All right, welcome back to the Breakfast Connect show on Africa Business Radio. And our 30 minutes gone into the show already, and it's been super exciting. It's about to get even more interesting because we're getting into our guest segment this morning. I have a very beautiful lady with me in the studio and a good friend of mine as well. She is Precious Ezema. I had a short tutorial just before we came back live where she was telling me how to properly pronounce that. I hope I did well. I hope I did well.
You're nailing it.
Well, she's a social media manager and a digital creative, and she'll be talking to us about the impact of creativity on the organizational bottom line. Creativity is very important. It has become one of the most important driving factors of today's digital business environment. I mean, business owners, founders are increasingly looking for creative employees who can offer new and out-of-the-box solutions to existing problems. Who doesn't want a creative person to be a part of their team?
Like, who doesn't?
Nobody. All right, you're welcome to the show, Precious. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yes. So before we start talking about or linking creativity to entrepreneurship or to businesses and all of that, I think we should, define what creativity is and why it's even so important for it to be a part of a business form.
Okay. To me, I would say creativity is getting ideas out of the box. It's something that is it's not ordinary. Normal is boring.
Yes.
Normal is overrated. So you doing something wow that makes the jaw drop. That's to me is creativity. Something that before it's not rampant, it's not everywhere. Something that when people see it and they're like, oh, I never thought about this. I never, something unique. That's creativity, and it's very necessary in today's businesses that your business as a business, as an enterprise, as an organization, company, you have to be creative. You have to innovate, and if you're not being creative, I'm telling you, in this century, you'll be swept away. Yeah, so you have to pour out your creative juices, even building your businesses, or you just have to sit down, think it out, and flesh it out, your ideas from start to finish. Yeah.
Now, to streamline this, I mean, creativity is very, very broad. And we have different sectors and different, and you're a digital social media person, a marketer, and all of that. So when we hear digital creativity, Precious, most of us think of high-tech knowledge, high certifications, and all of that. And it becomes really scary for some of us. It becomes really challenging, So tell us, what does it mean? What does it entail to be digitally creative? Or how easy or how hard is it, to be that kind of person?
Okay, to be digitally creative, it can be using mobile apps. It can be sitting down to find a technological solution to a problem. It can be several things coming into play. It can be drafting out strategies from start to finish, using digital methodologies, using apps, whatever it is you do in this digital world, as long as you're going to use technological tools, maybe software products, maybe hardware products to actually solve a problem.
Yeah.
So I say it's not that hard, and I will not say it's rocket science. I will not say it's rocket science, but it's something you have to give your all. It's something you have to give time. It gets easier as you go into it. It gets easier as you continue to progress in the journey. So, being a digital creative or being innovative as a creative means you have to. If it's to learn a particular app, I'm going to learn this app for my business. Okay, something as easy as learning Canva for designs. It's you pouring into your creativity into this particular app. Let me sit down to learn this so that our designs for this business come out better.
Yeah.
Or let me sit down to learn how to plan my post, schedule my post using Planoly for social media so that it saves me time. That's as I'm in this radio station, I might not have the luxury of time to start typing and posting on clients' pages. But if I can schedule my post using Planoly or any of these other plan scheduling apps, it's easier and saves me time. And that's just the way of using technology or digital tools to actually make your life easier. So just put your strength into it.
So Precious, you're saying if I can do all these little things now, I can call myself a digital creative. Yeah, massive.
The knowledge of it.
I need to add that in.
The knowledge of it.
I've been wasting away.
Tools. Yeah, the knowledge of these basic tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can call yourself a digital creative. Own it with your chest. I'm a digital creative, and this is what I know. This is what I can do. You know, why most people feel they are not good enough or feel they are not digital creative is because they don't believe that what they know, so the next person doesn't know it. They feel what they know is just too little. It's even too little to share. And I'm like, what you know is enough. Go out there and share it. If you can do Control C, Control V. Some other person doesn't even know what Control V is. So it's a process. What you know, it's enough. Share your knowledge. Share what you know about a particular app. You'll be shocked to know that people don't even know how to use the voice recording app, or use some basic things. So everybody can be a digital creative.
And somehow when you share what you know, you're exposed to what you don't know, and your chances of learning what you don't know increases.
Exactly. You learn more.
The race to relevance, to workplace relevance is a fast-paced race. It's indeed fast-paced, and which is why the importance of being digitally creative is even more now than ever. Well, you run a multi-service-based firm that provides digital solutions for budding startups and small businesses alike. Can you shed more light on this?
Okay, so when people are trying to launch out businesses, or when startups are trying to launch out, most of the time they just miss it along the way, or miss it without proper strategy or without proper planning and scheduling of things. They just miss it along the way. So my startup or my business is to help them from the incubation stage, and try to mentor them. Okay, this is what we are going to do. We sit down together, we plan the ideas. What kind of business is the true our target audience? What niche are we trying to, which people are we trying to reach out to? How are we trying to connect with people? All these things. What social media platforms are we going to be using? Because you find out that startups in Nigeria, they just launch out, let me go and get a shop in one market and let me just put up this thing. And when you notice offline marketing, you're not getting any traction. Online marketing, it's a whole different. I don't know how to use Instagram. I've not made one sales from Instagram. All these things is something you should have sat down on the set of things. What am I trying to sell? Where am I? If I'm selling a female-owned product, if I'm going to be selling, where are there more females? What social media platforms do females exist on? How am I going to do this? What's the age rate I'm trying to target? So I sit down with you as your social media manager, or as your business consultant, and I'll try to help you through the process of things. I try to help you to understand each stage. This is the reason you're supposed to be using Twitter and not using LinkedIn. This is why you're supposed to be using Facebook at this time. Or this is what we're trying to do, the awareness stage of the social media, and at this point we can't start running ads, or this is the point where we begin to run ads, or let's try to reach out to our clients via DMs. So all this is what I do for budding startups. And yes, I've been able to work with several brands out there, and it's been good all these years.
Right. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff, I must say. Precious. This question I want to ask you now is, I don't know, it's paining me somewhere in the most deepest part of my body. And I'm like, why am I not a part of this number, Precious?
Really?
So I've seen that you're passionate about the girl child and digital tech inclusion for female gender, and you have successfully trained over 2,000 women. I am not among this number, Precious. How? How am I not among this number?
You should be among.
Yes, I should.
If you had finished the courses I gave to you.
No, you didn't follow up on that one, but we're going to continue that conversation. But tell me, please, this is a really amazing thing you're doing. What drove you to this path?
Oh, right. Okay, so women in tech inclusion, gender equality. It's a different ball game in Nigeria. And though tech is the male male gender is dominating the tech ecosystem. So we're just looking for ways to actually push more women into tech, begin to encourage them through programs, try to reach out to them, teach them that this thing can be done. You can do this. You can nail this thing. Like, it's just the motivation for me. Because I was just like every other women out there. I was like them too. I was a loner, honestly. Little bit of my background. My parents wanted me to study medicine, and I love biology.
Typical Nigerian parents.
I love biology, and I got microbiology in school. And something along the line, something happened on my school said, you need to do a change of course. And I'm like, oh wow, change of course, how? Okay, what departments? And what I was saying was math, statistics, or computer science. I'm like, hey, computer science, what do I know there, Kwano? I don't even know how to press anything on this thing. And there's several other ladies. They come to me and they're like, Mama,
where do I start?
I'm not a computer literate.
I think I only know. They'll tell you. I only know how to prepare a Word document. And that's where it ends.
And it's difficult. So what happened? The shift for me was that I began to learn this computer thing, and I found out that it wasn't too difficult. And if I should get into a crossroad, there's always Google to save me. So that's the same message I try to preach to other women. See, if I can do this, you too can do this. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. If I can learn, I'm telling you, I wasn't. God, I couldn't even lift a mouse.
This is inspirational.
I was so scared of. I felt if I touched the system like this, my break, and I'll spoil something for the person or whoever. Then I got my own laptop, and I even I tried learning how to code, and then I even do UI UX, which is a very huge gap from where I started from. So I feel women, you can start this, you can go on this journey. You just need to trust us to help you through this journey. You just need to believe in yourself. So it comes to me, it's why I chose this part is because I want to change this mindset. I want to change this stereotype. This thing people have carried in your head for a very long time, that women should be meant for the kitchen, which I don't agree to. But I feel there should be more women in tech, because women are better designers, women are better developers, because you know how a woman sits down to think about something, the planning, the strategy. Imagine that same talent or that same energy being pushed into tech. Oh my God, it's usually amazing. You'll be totally blown away. So to me, it's just that I've seen what I could do as a lady in tech space, and I feel other women can actually come in and do something. That's why you see me honing women. If I see any lady that is doing something good, I'll just go fire on. You can do this, babe. I'm rooting for you. And it goes that way. And you see that when you tell them, just a little bit of support or encouragement, they are everywhere. I'm like, write a post on social media. Tell us what you've done this week. Let me see your weekly reports. And it's amazing, honestly. It's amazing,
Well, tech awareness, in 2021 is up the roof. And I think 2020 sort of pushed that awareness way, way up there with COVID-19 and a lot of persons having to learn certain things by force. Like, you just have to learn. This is the only way you can get it done. And, it made a lot of things change tech-wise in 2021. Now, do you think this is sustainable even after, COVID-19, 2022, years to come, 10, 20 years from now? Do you think we're going to move a lot further, or do you think we're going to go back and be relaxed like things were before the pandemic?
It is sustainable, but anything sustainable education needs also sustainable planning and sustainable strategy. So I think we can, for it to see more of this in 20 years to come, we need to do more of the work today, so that in 20 years it will be so evident of the work that we have put into this thing. We can start by infusing some of our curriculum, educational curriculum, either a programming course or just the basic IT skills. Rather than doing for NYSC, rather than doing Said, all those things that you go to learn baking, why don't we have a core more coding classes? Hackathons where you stretch yourself. So these are programs that we can include or just add up to make sure that the whole economy becomes digitally savvy in 20 years to come, or everybody becomes. You just have it as a consciousness, because if you don't have a digital skills now, getting an IT or getting a job anywhere is going to be a problem for you. So you should start now.
The
If you take an online course,
digital
start
skills.
preparing yourself for the next 20 years. Start now to start preparing yourself for the next 20 years. So I think it's sustainable if everybody puts in the work. Just like I said, effective sustainable education in the next tech education in the next 20 years requires sustainable planning and strategy. So
You're a woman in tech, so I'm going to have this conversation with you now. How did you feel when you heard that Twitter had chosen Ghana as their headquarters? How did you feel? Be very sincere. How did you feel?
Let me not make it a personal
Did you feel
issue.
cheated? Like,
everybody
what is going on here?
Everybody felt cheated. Like, I felt cheated too. Like, why Ghana over Nigeria? Now we are the Silicon Valley of Africa.
But it's the same Africa now. We're like brothers and sisters.
But
so
we have the bubbling tech. No, we have the bubbling tech ecosystem.
Yeah.
Our tech ecosystem is more pronounced than any other African country. So when you chose Ghana over us, it was more like a subtle shade, a dust off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also see the good light of it. Ghana, we need to see them. We need to see their tech space and who they really are. And yeah, it's going to be an additional boost to their economy because there'll be more product designers that'll be hired, more engineers, more of their engineers will be hired. And we'll definitely get to see other tech spaces spring up out of Africa, not just Nigeria every time. We're trying to spread out to the whole Africa. So Ghana is a good one. Very good one. And yeah, Nigeria, if you want to migrate, you can also migrate to Ghana and start a new life there with,
maybe this is a time for them to have a tech footing. With this move to Ghana.
It's good.
Yes, it's an African country, so we didn't lose entirely.
We didn't lose. It's better it's in Ghana than somewhere else.
Or somewhere
or
outside
not
Africa.
even in Africa.
All right, so before I let you go now, you are a certified Google Skills trainer. And I am going to drag you I will not let you rest, Precious, until I've gotten all of the skills I need to get.
You should.
From you. But what are your thoughts on changing the narrative for Africans in the tech space? Do you have plans? Do you have things you have in mind to bring up to make things a lot better? Do you have programs you want to tell us about that you're currently handling or you're going to handle in the future as it concerns changing the tech narrative in Africa?
Okay, so one thing I've noticed is that we do so much trainings in Nigeria, or we do so much trainings, but most of the time, employment, employability, job openings. There are several developers that are unemployed at this time. So I think what I'm going to do in the near future, I even started it with my very small community P10 mentorship program, where I train people digital skills, social media management. Then after that, I give them a job opening for a period of time where they work and earn. So I think that would be good. If there'll be other job opening that once you're finishing your training, you get this job immediately. Yeah. So
and that's going to be like a motivation to want to do all your best in the training.
You just want to do it because after this, I'm getting this very good job. Yeah. Not after this, then I'll start running around.
What next?
CVs, submitting applications to say, this, that. So I think what I'm going to do, our initiative is to create more job openings for people, techies that are already out there, because there are several product designers. Oh God, have you gone for a core tech internship before?
I haven't, Precious, and I'm going with you.
The crowd that comes
I have not.
Oh Jesus. You don't want to even miss the mark, and most of the time when you finish it, people just go back to just there. So if there are job openings, I'll try and get them job openings. That's what I'm working on seriously to get get people hired, please.
Amazing.
It's not just good enough to train. Yes, we do more of training and mentorships in Nigeria, but how many is actually hiring people? Yeah, get them into jobs, very good paying jobs, link them with international companies, startups that they can work with.
That's the goal.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at in the nearest future. Yeah.
All right, you're doing amazing stuff, Precious. I cannot say less. You're doing so much, and thank you so much for joining me. I have been talking with Precious. She is a digital creative social media manager. We've been talking about the impact of creativity on the organization, basically on businesses and, generally. I think that's what the conversation has been about. I need to talk, give my listeners something about you. I need to tell them who you really are now to wrap up the conversation. Precious is a thought leader developing a new media content developer, a Google digital skills trainer, and the founder of Create Media. I don't know. I think you still need to tell us about that one. Well, before you go on, a community of forward-thinking, creative and tech enthusiasts building sustainable products and resources for businesses in Africa. Create Media is going to be something we will talk about in my next conversation with you.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Rachel.
It's been amazing.